It's cold. It's so very cold. Or at least it looks like it because it's actually hot outside, as well as everywhere else in America. Welcome back to Trials of Mana. We are about to go into the Frostbite Fields. This place can be a bit dangerous on the off chance you're underleveled, especially the boss, so be careful.
Labyrinth of ices. Probably just past these fields.
This is colder than I expected. My nose and ears are frozen.
Her nose and ears were frozen today. Honestly, that's better than the heat. Anything's better than this goddamn heat. It's 90 degrees in here. The Frostbite Fields is a good pathway between Outran and Altena, as well as a great place to grind for experience points. The enemies here are also brand new, or at least with some of them we haven't seen in a long time. Starting with the Wizard, or Black Mage from Final Fantasy. That's what it looks like. They have a fair bit of basic magic skills as well as some moderate magic, but they can only attack from far away. You can take slight advantage of that by just staying in front of the Wizard, because they'll spend most of the time backing away instead of fighting back. We just got a couple wishes. That's gonna come in handy for the next boss. Pain in the ass. The next boss is annoying. So annoying, in fact, it might actually be a considerable difficulty spike. Now, I'm not saying it's Wallface from Secret of Mana. Oh no, that boss was bullshit. But this boss is definitely more extreme than anything else we've ever fought up to this point. Ow. Anyway, getting back to the new enemies, we got Sahagins, which I think we've encountered before, or maybe it was just a palette swap of those particular creatures. But Sahagins are a bit annoying. The 100 lances suck. It's like the freaking E-Honda Thunderclap 1000 hits per second thing, except with lances. And those can knock you down too. Like, you get hit once, you get knocked down, and then you wake up into another hit. You get hit like 1,000 times. Well, I'm exaggerating. You get hit like 4 or 5 times, but they hurt. And then we got Polto. The Potos are from Boca Island, so they're not new and they're not old either. Like I said in part 19, the Potos have their tongues, which extends their attack range.
Let's look for the water stone. I hope no guards show up while we're searching.
That was a unique line of dialogue. I don't think I've heard that before. Oh! We got a Chris Circlet. The Chris Circlet is only equipable by Angela, and it increases magic and physical defense by a significant margin. Now, you could get this item from the desert oasis town of Den, but I couldn't afford it at the time, so this is a lucky find. Or not so lucky at all. The Chris Circlet is always here regardless. Let's make sure everyone is in tip-top shape before we move on. Oh yeah, and equip Angela with the Chris Circlet, of course. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in any other part before, but the game does have moments where the graphics look really good. Stiff character animations aside, the colors really do pop out. And to be honest, in terms of looks, this is a step up from Secret of Mana Remake. Don't ask me how the Secret of Mana Remake looks, because I'm gonna say it's pretty bad. Oh man, they did not transfer the SNES graphics well in that game. And that was the problem with that remake. Square was trying to emulate the SNES look too much. And at first I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's like the original version, even down to the movements. Wait, it's in 3D. Why are their mouths not moving when they talk? This looks weird now. But Trials of Mana does not have that uncanniness to it. Everything looks like it should. We found some more lucre. Not that that even matters because everything's going to be expensive now. Now we got Sea Serpents and Lizardon, who I think the Lizardon were also from Boca Island, just like the Potos. So that makes 2 returning enemies from recently. The lizards also have long-reaching tongues, and the sea serpents don't really do much except for a jump attack, but that's it. And with that, we got another little cactus location, which will bring us closer and closer to our next prize. 2 more finds left. Haha. Can't wait for that extra EXP drop. I like the music that's playing in the background. It's probably my second favorite area track in the game besides Heaven's Gate, or Heaven's Way. This particular track is called Another Winter, which funnily enough shares the same name as one of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World the Game's tracks. It was the first stage of that game. Though despite that, the original composition of this came out first and was always called Another Winter. And also, this one sounds a lot more solemn and sad than Scott Pilgrim's Another Winter, if you know what I mean. It's really comparing apples to oranges, but it's funny that these two songs have the same name. And for the many references in video games when it comes to Scott Pilgrim, I don't think the song title was purposeful, but that's just me. What in the blue fuck was that? Goddamn 100 lances, that shit cuts your health bar down in no time. And I think it ignores defense too, even Duran went down. That has to be one of the most dangerous moves in this part of the game. And we're not even at the globe-trotting part yet. Oh god, tongue. Okay. That move is where the lizardun grabs you and kind of eats you. And that move hurts too. The good thing is the lizardun doesn't eat you outright, it just spits you out, but still, you don't want to get caught up in that attack. The sea serpents, or sea horses, they're pretty much sea horses, I don't know why they're called sea serpents. But those things, they don't do that much damage at all, they just jump around. We got yet another chocolate. Shit, at this rate, the guy from SpongeBob will be looking for us. We got so many damn chocolates. For as funny as that joke was from SpongeBob, I never understood why the guy went crazy for chocolate. Was he high on chocolate or something? Was he a chocoholic? Or did he actually hate chocolate and just wants the thing annihilated or something? Just like the grandmother skeleton thing. Oh man, SpongeBob was so hilarious. Was hilarious. Not sure about SpongeBob nowadays. Apparently Nickelodeon's making a new Sandy Cheeks movie. And do we really need an hour-and-a-half movie based on Sandy? I don't think so. Anyway, we're back at the Altanian Gate, or Altanish Gate. The Gate of Altana. But the gate is closed, so we can't enter right now. Get some health back. And oh boy, the Sahagins and their 100 lances again. Let's make short work of them. Oh god, get out of the way. Good thing Angela took that attack from the edge of the AoE, otherwise she would have been screwed. But yeah, Altana was not the direction I was supposed to go. I was just going there for treasures. Now for the real direction. We're supposed to go towards a cave in the middle of the Frostbite Fields. That's the wizard down. But where are you going? They were too focused on Angela. I get it, but still. You got the guy with the sword. Focus on him.
Just getting started.
That should be all the treasure chests in Frostbite Fields. Now let's make it to the boss. This is going to suck.
Wait 1 second. That's the knight who hurt Sylphid.
Cease your toil. The Mana Stones will be activated and the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana will be opened. No matter what. The Mana Sword will belong to the Dragon Lord.
Dragon Lord? That's impossible. My father took that fiend to his grave. He sacrificed his life by throwing them both into the abyss. Don't lie!
Are you Duran?
What? How could you know me? Who are you? These look familiar. Didn't we beat these things in Stone Split Gap? Wait, does that mean this guy works for Altana?
Machine Golem S. These guys have some AoE attacks, one of which can instantly stone one of your characters. And while we're on the subject, Stone Cloud. Stone Cloud is a tricky move to avoid. The hitbox for the move is way larger than the highlights let on, and if any part of the cloud touches you, that's a hit. You get hit and potentially petrified. I say potentially petrified because there is a 25% chance you won't get stoned during the attack if you get caught up in it, but why take the chance? You also want to use your special moves as often as you can. That way you can get around some of those attacks with your iframes. Another attack that's vicious, well, there's the Blaze Wall, but that's not the main concern. It is the Dark Force. Might be a Phantasy Star reference, or at least the American version of Phantasy Star reference, but all I see is a pain in the ass move to dodge. Dark Force is a massive dome of dark energy that kills you, or tries to kill you at least. It does damage, but what you have to do, because the thing is so massive, is you have to jump and then cartwheel out of the way. Then there's Blaze Wall, which does fire damage. The weaker of the three big attacks, but still, oh god. That was close, I almost got stoned. But you may be thinking, oh, that's not bad. You can avoid some of these attacks just fine. Well, here's the problem. There are three of these fuckers. I can't dodge all this. Well, maybe I can because I played the game a lot, but still. First time players are gonna have a problem with this. Now, here's a strategy. You don't want to wake up your party members for this one, because they'll probably just end up on the floor again. You want to focus on offense or hit and run, which means stick to one target, wail on them, then dodge where you can. Your fallen comrades will just get the experience points anyway, so it doesn't matter if they live or die. Or if they die, just like Ivan Drago said. When you get the golems to 0 HP, they will have a self-destruct mechanism and try to blow themselves up on you, so that's yet another thing you have to avoid. Just when I thought there wasn't enough crap on screen, I got Android 16 trying to blow himself up. Oh, they also have Grumpkins, what the hell? I thought they were bumpkin bombs like the Captain Ducks have, but no, they're Grumpkins. Moving up in the world. I bet those do a metric ton of damage if I so much as get tapped by those, so I gotta be careful. There we go, that's definitely what I'm looking for. The weak spots are gonna be on the golem's back, so like the coolant engines or whatever they're supposed to be, they're not jetpacks because these things don't even fly. So maybe they're just coolant tanks. Jesus Christ. Now these enemies do have weaknesses, and that is lightning/air. Good thing Duran has Lightning Saber. But I also gotta find an opportunity to use it, otherwise I get stoned. Or potentially stoned. Gotta remember that 25% off chance you don't get stoned. Okay, Blaze Wall, that's not really a concern. I'm just more worried about the other attacks. And I don't even need to be worried anymore. That stun lock came at the perfect time. Now it's the opportunity to wail on him. Ah, damn it. Hopefully the iframes give me a chance to get out of this. Ah, nice. You lose today, buddy. Time to take this guy to the scrap heap. Look at how much damage Duran is doing. Holy crap. Words to live by. Take Duran down the dark path. He'll enjoy it. You get the different saber abilities with him and Kevin. I think Darkside Kevin. And you just instantly won the battle.
No. The Dragon Lord can't be alive. That'd mean my old man sacrificed his life for nothing. I ain't buying it. You hear me? I won't!
The Mana Stone is nearby. I can feel the elemental's presence. Let's hurry!
So that Dark Knight that made a reappearance a couple of moments ago, he may be related to somebody. Somebody important. Maybe it's Angela's father. Oh, no, it's not Angela's father. It's Reese's father. Definitely Reese's father. He came back. I'm joking, by the way. We'll find out a couple of parts from now, and honestly, this is the game's worst kept secret. Or hell, maybe if the knight had more character or screen time, I would have cared more for the knight. But I don't. He's just a person that appears 3 times in the game and that's it. And that's the problem with Trials of Mana's storytelling, is juggling all these characters at once. Even though it's good, but it's kind of a detriment at the same time.
Mana Stone is giving off energy.
But wouldn't more mana energy make it easier to open the portal to the sanctuary? Why don't we just wait for Altena to activate all the stones for us? Hey, saves us the trouble, right?
No! We can't let them release the mana energy like this. It drains it from the world faster. Even if it opens the portal, it'll permanently wither the mana tree. The more energy that's released, the more it'll weaken the mana power everywhere. If this continues, it might even weaken the seals on the Benevodons. The seals could reach their breaking point. We must find the elementals before the forces of evil release all the mana energy. Then we can open the portal and secure the sword. Please understand.
Got it. Sorry.
I just want you to know how dire the situation is. But we can do this.
Oh my.
Undine!
It's Undyne, damn it!
You're crying. Are you hurt?
No. You're on such a noble quest. I was just so moved. Do pardon me. With mana getting weaker, I've been so quick to tears lately. Have no fear. I will gladly lend my power to your cause. Happy to make all of your acquaintances.
We just got the water elemental of Undyne. The Way of Water. That was a good Avatar movie. Can't wait for the next one in 20 years.
Got the fire and water elementals on board. But now what do we do?
We can always try Dusk Moon Forest to the southeast of Volsena. If we are not in good form, we may have trouble with the beastmen who live there.
We're always in good form, Reese. What are you talking about? But then again, it's the beastmen, which means we're probably gonna run into Kevin. Not that I should be worried about that. I mean, come on, Kevin's one of the good guys. So let's use Vuskov in order to travel to the Dusk Moon Forest.
Next up, Dusk Moon Forest. We're counting on you, Vuskov.
The beastmen live in that forest, right? Those brutes from Jad didn't seem very hospitable, if you ask me.
Alright, our next destination is set. Time to go to the equator. The next area is going to be under Eternal Night, which means absolutely nothing to the characters I'm using. But for Kevin, on the other hand, if you're using Kevin, he has the werewolf transformation, which only occurs during nighttime. Being under the moon with Kevin will increase his physical stats tenfold. I should be getting close to the area. Or not. Oh no, I just went the completely wrong direction. I wasted an extra minute of time. Oh well, no matter. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be through here. Yeah, go through this straight. Now, the thing with Duskmoon Forest and as well as like that area of the moon is that most of it's land and there are only a few rivers that serve as pathways to it. Every other locale has a straightforward approach, but this place does not. Well, this is quite the beach. Kind of reminds me of New Jersey. Look at the sand. That looks more like gravel than actual sand.
I was worried when we heard beastmen lived here, but they aren't doing any harm. The townsfolk seem friendly at least.
It's not all beastmen are bad seeds like the others. We just gotta be wary of the ones in Duskmoon Forest.
So apparently the townsfolk are beastmen even though they don't look like beastmen. Strange. You would think they would look feral or, hell, maybe even slightly hairier. But no, they look like pretty much every other NPC in the game. And this guy is telling us about the attack on Window, which failed. Oh, did I really just miss the low cactus? Seriously? Well, there it was, low cactus. I guess I grabbed it off screen then, I don't know. Anyway, the weapon and armor shops here actually have two different sets of armors and weapons. That's a first, and I'll be sure to go over those when we get to the shops. Gold item seeds. Still not exactly what I'm looking for, but they might give me some good items. What I'm truly looking for are question mark item seeds, which will give me class promotion items. I don't think the game introduces those until we find all the mana stones, which we're close to achieving. We just have the moonstone and the woodstone left, so we're almost done with this part of the story. The game opens up after the next stone, trust me. Oh, what's Reese doing here? Why you doing Reese-ly things? I believe the night stretches far into the forest. It must be hard to keep track. I went too fast! I think she says it's hard to keep track of time here, which is understandable. It's like Antarctica or Alaska, except it doesn't snow all the time. Anyway, here's the armor shop, which has a crap ton of armors and different mails and stuff. You want to get the more expensive armors if you can afford it. Actually, now that I think about it, some of the cheaper armor was from the previous towns. The weapon shop is different though. They do have brand new stuff. Silver Blade, Falcon, Soul Staff, Shrewd Staff, Silver Lance, and Winged Spear. I can afford the more expensive stuff. Why not? Let's get it and equip it. There we go. Well, that's going to be it for this part of Trials of Mana. Actually, before I go, let's cut to the end real quick. I do want to show off what some of these item seeds will spawn, so let's take a look. This was a silver seed, so this one's going to spawn a vitality elixir. That's going to be useful because it upgrades one's vitality by 1 permanently. So what are the gold seeds? Okay, Curious Cookie and a medicinal herb. Those are going to be useful. Curious Cookie especially, since that's used for grinding. Anyway, that's going to be it for part 22 of Trials of Mana. I'll see you guys later.
Here it goes!